Hey everybody, what is up? And welcome back. So I'm at Office Depot and we might be doing something a little different today. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I found some stuff on Office Depot and I don't know if it's still on the shelf. It's a penny. So they're maps, it's a penny. They sell on Amazon for a couple bucks in profit. It's not a lot. But we're gonna go in this Office Depot and try to buy these maps. And I'm gonna try to edit less as possible because I've heard that Office Depot will refuse the sale of certain items if they're like a penny or 50 cents or stuff like that. So we're gonna go test this. I'm gonna walk into this Office Depot, try to find these maps on the shelf. And then if I don't find them, I guess, I don't know what we'll do, but I thought this would be a good video just to see what happens. So let's go. So I'm gonna try to edit less as possible, but there's gonna be times I'm gonna have to stop the video. All right, we're trying to find these maps right now. Honestly, don't know where they're at, so it's probably going to take a while to find them. I said I may not even, look, I don't want to record too much, but I'm trying to record the process of me finding these maps or whatever you want to call it. But they're a penny, so they are a penny. So let me show you something real quick. Okay, so I found these items on Brickseek, and so look at this. I should have 4 in my store for 1 penny. This store has 11, but it's up by Chicago, so I'm not going to go there. But let's go try to find them and see what happened. So I walked around this entire store like 5,000 times. Still couldn't find what I was looking for. And then the guy said, oh no, we have maps over in the corner. So that's where we're going. So Office Depot was a complete failure. They had pulled the maps from the floor before I could get there. So they were not on the floor. I couldn't find them. But now we're at Walmart and I got a lead on an item that could be very hidden clearance. It's $5. And I'm going to show you what it is if I find it. If not, I'm just going to tell you what it is. But it's $5 and it still has an aisle number. I found it on Brickseek. Most people will be restricted in it, but it's going to make me like $60 in just literally 10 minutes. So let's go see if we can find it. Walmart. So literally, it's a baby thermometer, and they had it marked $5 on the shelf. They're supposed to have 4. And they were gone. It looked like they at Walmart had pulled the item, and that's typically fairly common on Brickseek items. So now we're in the clearance aisle, and I guess we're gonna, I guess try to look up some clearance and see exactly what we can find. I don't know if we're gonna find anything great, but unfortunately, the bad part is about this is Walmart will pull the clearance and typically not want to sell it if it gets down to that low. It was 88% off, so I didn't find them unless I find them here in the clearance aisle. I don't know if I will, but all right, so these are 10 cents a piece. Honestly, I don't know if they're going to be good or not. Most of the stuff isn't good, which means most of it just don't sell, but once in a while you will hit some good items. So we're going to scan it on the Amazon seller app. And so these actually are on here, but they're not coming up and no one is buying them. So we're going to check eBay. So most of this stuff is just not good. So quite a bit of it's coming up, and there's not any solds at all, so we're gonna pass on all those. This would be a bad item to buy because A, it's coming up on Amazon. It doesn't have a sales rank. that means that it's just not selling, and they're not selling on eBay. And even though this item is seasonal, it's not selling. So literally, what you got to do is just move on, because if it's not selling, it's not going to sell. So, okay, so these are $1. So for, I would make 5 cents on that. So at this point, that is not good either. So these are $1.50. See, and these should be cheap too, but they're not. So we're gonna scan this one up and see exactly what it says. All right, not coming up. So we'll skip that one. This is 50 cents. This looks pretty decent. So we'll scan this one up, see what it says. Okay, so I'm restricted. Go figure. So there's sets of 2. All these are for a set of 2. Sales rank's not horrible, 800,000. And I got invoiced, so I cannot get ungated in those. Man, today it's just one thing after another. And this is how hard it is to find clearance to sell. This is how hard it is. It's not easy. Everybody thinks like, oh, this is so easy. It's not. So these are $3. Let's scan this up. Let's see what it comes up as. Nothing. Yeah, finding clearance is extremely hard in Walmart. And let me tell you, Walmart has went through a different model of business and is getting extremely hard to source Walmart. But some Walmarts are different. Like some of them, you can find this stuff, and some of them you can't. So like the item on Brickseek, that baby thermometer, it just wasn't there. Like I just literally could not. I literally could not find it. And so it was not on the shelf. It's so far I have not seen it in the clearance aisle. So the only thing to do is scan the clearance aisle and see what else we can find. Sometimes we can get lucky, sometimes you just don't find nothing. So this is pretty cool, but I don't think it would really sell that great. So we're gonna look around and I will let you guys know if I find anything else. Literally, if you can look at how bare these aisles are, they are completely and utterly barren. And while I'm going to tell you why. The reason they're so bare is right now, this is summertime. We're getting ready to go into Q4, and most of the clearance that Walmart has had through the summer has been sold. And so virtually now what they're doing is, I had 2 clearance aisles over there. They're turning into Christmas. And then on top of that, they are making, pretty much going to clear out the whole clearance aisle, and then whatever, you know, starts clearancing at Q4, they're going to put in here. So backpacks are back to school, all that's back to school. So right now it's extremely hard to find clearance, and the stuff like this, these were actually on clearance at $9 a while back ago, and they reverted back to $19, which is almost full price. They're $24.97. There's no profit in any of those. But these lunch boxes are $2, and I'm gonna actually see if I can make some money on the lunch boxes. So I'm gonna scan those up on the Amazon app, and no sales rank. Not a great site to see, but it also has no FBA on it. So I'm gonna scan this one. So this one's actually 400,000 in kitchen, which isn't bad, but it's only selling for $7 to $8, which means you're only gonna make $1. So to me, it's just not worth it. It's strictly not worth it. So let me tell you something. If you're gonna do this full time, you're gonna have to hit a lot of Walmarts to find stuff. So this is just one Walmart. If I went to all 3 of my Walmarts today, I'm probably gonna find some. I'm probably gonna find a few things to make at least $100 on, at least. But you know what? It's Walmart's so difficult because they're changing their business model. And what I mean by that is they're changing it very similar to a Target business model, which means I used to work for Target, and what Target did was when something got too low for clearance, they had a handheld device and it told them to go pull the item and send back to corporate. Then corporate would make these bundles and they would sell it to liquidation companies or to other companies as liquidation pallets. Well, Walmart is now doing the same thing, and the site is actually called bstock.com. You can buy directly from Walmart, directly from Target, but it has to be like either a half a semi-load or a full semi-load. So they're changing the way they do business, and it's kind of foreseeable. I mean, you have all the videos out there, you have people making money from them. Are they making more money than what they would have if they would just let Amazon sellers buy the product? Probably not. They're probably making the same amount, if not. And I doubt they're making much more, because people are not going to buy a semi-load for retail price. It's going to be a huge discount on the retail price. So let me just throw this out there and say that everything's changing. So you're going to kind of have to change with everything. So that's why right now, like, I'm looking more into wholesale, but Walmart is getting very hard to source. And so it's not very high on my list right now for places that go to source. So if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. I know the video wasn't fantastic today, but I worked with what I had. And also, don't forget to make that money.